Hey, this is Matt from MOTU. We're at the NAMM Show 2013. We have a very special guest with us today. Joining us is Marc Mann. Tell us about your involvement with Danny Elfman, and take us, if you have time, take us through the process of how you guys work.
2012, it had 7 films in it, which is kind of a lot in one year. We had Men in Black 3, we had Dark Shadows with Johnny Depp, which was with Tim Burton. We had Frankenweenie, which was also Tim Burton. Then we did, in no particular order, we did Matt Damon's Promised Land with Gus Van Sant directing. We did Silver Linings Playbook, which is really getting a lot of Oscar buzz. Then Hitchcock, which is a great independent film about Alfred Hitchcock and the making of Psycho. And then we did Oz the Great and Powerful. Really, MOTU Digital Performer is what makes this all possible. When Danny gets hired to do a film, he'll talk with the director about what kind of music is wanted, where we want to go, what direction, and all of his ideas Danny puts into Performer, and Performer is really great at handling large amount of tracks and a large amount of information, synchronizing to digital video, and Danny will work up ideas in there, and then we'll record those as a demo, a mock-up, that will be played for the director at presentations. So it gives this idea of how the music will sound to the producers and director before it's actually scored. Then I will take that Performer file and I will massage it and work with it and actually turn it into an orchestra sketch. Performer really makes it possible for us to quickly turn keyboard information into notation information, because the best notation engine in the world is QuickScribe, as far as I'm concerned. For example, I mean, we have this, I don't know if you can show that poster up here that has all these Elfman scores on there, but one in particular comes to mind, which is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which we recorded at Abbey Road in London, and the songs for that film had so many pre-record tracks. Performer had no trouble. It was no problem at all. But for the mixer, we transfer stuff. We recorded as audio and transferred into Pro Tools. At the time, the second engineer at Abbey Road said, we have rented every possible Pro Tools rig available to be able to record. We were running, at the time, something like 300 audio tracks of pre-record. Danny sang a lot of the voices that became what were the Oompa Loompas, and Danny multi-tracked that. And to be able to get a lot of the unusual timbres and a lot of formant stuff that sounds unusual but still recognizable, that was all Danny multi-tracking and using the functions within Performer to get a lot of that unusual timbral qualities. You keep using a program that's like your main tool, like Digital Performer, and when you think of something, you go, oh, you know, I wonder if it can do this, and it can. Oh my God, that's really great. I mean, some of the stuff is like even things that people used to say, oh, you can't do that. It's sort of playing something in, completely ignoring any click or anything else. You can time something to that performance, and Performer's one of the few programs that can still do that, and there's very few that ever did it. And the other thing is things like, it's the only MIDI program sequencer that I know of still that you can actually have multiple people working on something and combine a conductor track. Just the concept of a conductor track, which is where your meters, your tempos, your markers, all that information, it's the only program that's transferable from file to file. You know, because when you conform, that's one of the processes that we do with a film, is as we're working on the score, the editors and the director may be editing the film itself, so that during the course of writing the music, we may get to the point right before we score where it's like, oh, and here's the new version of the movie. So you have to be able to conform, which is take out a beat here, take out a beat there, add a beat, stretch the time, do all these things. And Performer's conductor track facility is unsurpassed as far as being able to do timings. And it's played a major role in our ability to create film scores really quickly and with really high quality.